Alright, and welcome to the first episode of CXC Maths Versus. Now this episode is going to take a different swing from the rest of the videos. It's a new series I'm going to try to start. What we're going to be doing in this episode, I'm going to try to work out this question using a certain method. And then my opponent is going to come in and explain the same question using a totally different technique. And I want you at the end of the video to let us know who did the better job, whose method you prefer, and we want to know in the comments below. So I hope this ends up being a fun experience, and let's get started. Okay, so the first question, you're given a triangle, and the triangle, we want to find the area. Now this is not a regular triangle. When I say a regular triangle, it's not a right angle triangle where you're just simply given the base and the height, and you just say base by height divided by 2 or half base by height. Whenever you have a situation like this, usually I use this formula to find the area of a triangle. It's a half AB multiplied by sine C. What is A and B, and what is this sine C about? Usually, all you need is two sides and the angle in between the two sides. So A and B, common A and B, usually represent the two sides. So that means if I choose 10 and 20, I would need the angle in between, and C is the angle in between. So if I chose these two sides and I had the angle in between, I could use this formula. And if I had the 10 and the 12, I would need angle P in order to use the formula. The truth is, we don't have any angles. So here's what I suggest. Let's find any one of the angles. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to magically choose P. If I find a way to find angle P, then I could use this formula. So here's what I propose. We're going to use the cosine rule for the non-right angle triangle. I already did a video on this one. It's really easy to find. You just have to go on YouTube, type in I love lessons, hard cos rule, C-O-S, cosine rule. That's all you have to type in. And the first video that comes up will explain, well, the real name is the cosine rule, but I call it the hard cosine rule so I can differentiate it from the cosine ratio. Alright? So, but I'm still going to go through this technique a little bit. We're going to try to find angle P. What I need to do is put in the common letters. If here's capital Q, well then over here is common Q. If here's capital P, then over here is common P. And if here's capital R, over here is common R. The main thing is, capital letters represent angles. Angle Q, angle P, angle R. Common letters represent sides. Side common P is 20. Side common Q is 10. And well, side common R is 12. If we want to find angle P using the cosine rule, all you have to do is put cos inverse in a big square bracket. Inside the square brackets, only common letters will go. Only common letters. So, how you put the common letters is very important. Ask yourself, hey, what's the other two letters other than P? Obviously, it's what? R and Q. So you just say R squared plus Q squared minus open brackets, close bracket squared. Whatever capital letter you have underneath here goes inside inside the pair of brackets, so it goes last. So if I have capital P here, I put common P. If I had capital A, I would put what? Common A. But it's common P here. And then according to the formula, you must put a 2, and the first two letters will slide underneath. But they don't have the squares. So all I need to do is just plug in the values, divide the top by the underneath, I will get a decimal, cos inverse it, and then I will have my angle P. So let's get my calculator here very quickly. And let's see. I'm going to start substituting the values. Common R is how much? 12. Common Q is how much? 10. And common P is 20. Notice the squares. Students have a habit of forgetting the squares. Common R is 12. Common Q is 10. So let's work out the top here. No, I'm not going to press the cosine verse first. So I'm going to work out this piece first here. 12 squared plus 10 squared minus 20 squared. On top, I am getting a minus number. Minus 156. Not all the time you will get a minus number. Today we just happen to get a minus number. Let's work out the underneath. 2 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 10 and you get positive 240. So what we're going to do now, we're going to divide this and cos inverse it and then we will have what? P. So minus 156 divided by 240 will give me minus 0.65. You notice I did not forget the minus sign. You won't believe how much students forget the minus sign. A minus divided by positive. Today is a minus. So we have to cos inverse this. So second function, cosine minus 0.65 will give us 130.54 degrees. So my angle P, I just found it. I just want to make sure the answer is on the board and it didn't come off the board. Great. So now I know angle P. Angle P is 130.54 degrees. Now I can go to my formula here and get out the area. The area is a half multiplied by the two sides that's bordering the angle. So if I have this angle, I have to use the 12 and the 10. I don't have a choice. I will not be using the 20. If I had found angle Q, then I could use the 12 and the 20. But I found angle P. And the truth is, it doesn't matter which angle you find. And sine C is the angle in between the two sides. By the way, this is the formula you will see on the formula sheet, but I'm showing you how to interpret it. Let's work it out and we will have the area of this triangle. So a half multiplied by 12 multiplied by 10 multiplied by sine 130.54. And we will get 45.597, but if you round it off, 0.60 centimeters squared. So the area of this triangle is 45.60 meters squared. And that's how you find the area of a triangle if you were given or only given the length of 3 sides. So I really hope that you enjoy this and I really hope that you vote for me in the comments. Alright, so now my opponent is going to come in and he's going to do his version of the same question. Let's see him try to beat this. Hi, join me as we redo this same question using a totally different technique. Alright, and don't forget, at the end of the video, we're really interested in finding out whose method you prefer. My method, Luigi, or the other guy. So, to find the area of the triangle, we can actually use something called Heron's formula. Heron's formula allows you to find the area of a triangle, but you must be given all 3 sides of the triangle. And you don't actually need an angle like what the other guy was saying. So, here's the formula. It looks a little bit scary, but let's break it down. The formula has something like A, B, and C. So you're probably wondering, what is A, what is B, and what is C? Simple. Your triangle has 3 sides. Close your eyes, call any one A, call the other one B, and call the other one C. if you were to switch it around and call him C, call him A, and him B, your working will look different, but you'll get the same answer. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're using Heron's formula, it doesn't matter which one you call A, B, and C. So I'm going to erase A and put what we chose. A is 10, B is 20, and C is 12. But the formula has this annoying S. It actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 S's in it. So what is this S? To find S in the formula, you have to add up all three sides. 1, 2, 3. So let's add it up. 10 plus 20 plus 12. And no matter what, you always divide it by 2, not 3. Your brain will tell you after you add the 3 numbers to divide by 3. It's a common mistake. You always divide by 2. So let's add it up and divide by 2. 10 plus 20 plus 12. I'm going to get 42 on top and divide it by 2. And that leaves me with 21. So you know what this means now? We can replace all the S's with what? 21. It's only looking long, but it's actually super simple. So we have 21 here, multiplied by 21 minus 10 is 11. 21 minus 20 is 1. And 21 minus 12 is 9. So we just have to, all we did was simplify the brackets, and don't forget it's annoying 21. Let's multiply 1, 2, 3, 4. 21 multiplied by 11, multiplied by 1, multiplied by 9. When we do that, we get 2079. But students usually forget the big square root at the end. Keyword, at the end. You only square root when you're finished with the entire calculation. In other words, you square root last. So if we square root this, we're going to get the same answer as the other teacher. And if we round this off, we get 45.60 meters squared. So here we found the area of the triangle without having to resort to finding the angle. To me, this saves a lot of time in the exam. But that's just me, guys. So in the comments, let us know, whose method do you prefer? The second method, which is mine, or the first method, which is the other teacher one? We're really interested in knowing. And guys, I think this is going to be a series that's going to continue for the following reasons. You realize that when students do questions, sometimes your friend does it different than to you. Or sometimes you're taking lessons and you say, hey, my teacher in school is doing it from different from you. And students get confused. What you need to know is there are more than one ways to do the same question. And this series is aimed at clearing up those issues, which I think is really important, and it will save the student and teacher a lot of headache in the long run, and it will also make you learn faster and make you a better student at the end of the day, and it will prepare you better for CXC mathematics. And keep in mind, all the questions I'm going to be doing is pertaining to the CXC math syllabus. I'm going to look at past papers, and I'm going to look at how one person does it, and then I'm going to try to do it a completely different way, and you can contrast it. Take care, guys. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe. Take care.